Through some investigation, we were able to get a hold of some of this young man's friends, and apparently he had made a plan to run away, and the friends had provided him with some food, an orange and banana, apple, that type of stuff. We were able to locate the peels in a pump house. Some of these food items, we're still searching the area. We've had Guardian 1 up last night for quite a few hours with their forward-looking infrared. We've had search dogs searching the area. We're asking the neighbors to make sure they keep an eye out for this young man, and we're just continuing with the search now. As daylight comes, it's going to be easier to do our ground search, so we're going to be bringing more assets. We're going to be trying to get also more air support to fly over, but it's pretty thick woods, so it's going to probably be ground searchers that are going to help us out. With the temperatures, that's a real concern for us. He had a coat, but he wasn't well supplied for this type of thing. At this point, I'm hoping he went to another friend's house, maybe spent the night, stayed warm, I don't know, but we're in contact with the school district. We know, we're talking with the superintendent and his teachers and that type of stuff as well.
Is the fruit that you found, is that near where we are right now?
Yeah, not too far from here. We found a banana peel, orange peels, which his friends who we've interviewed said that they had given him.
Is still your belief that he's hunkered down somewhere in a structure?
We don't know. We don't know. We did a search with the dogs and everything else. We haven't been able to get a good scent to where the dogs were doing an active search, but we did find where he was in a pump house, but we don't know at this point.
What are your fears of him being gone overnight like this?
Well, when it's in the 20s and you're not amply supplied, you know, he's not a very big kid from what we understand, and it could be that hypothermia sets in, and that's our concerns. We need to find him if he's exposed to the cold all night.
How many searchers on the way? We were hearing you guys could have upwards of 70 coming out here.
Yeah, we have quite a few counties that have sent resources throughout the night, from dogs to ground searchers, and as the day breaks, we'll have more ground searchers from different locations.
And will you guys be bringing the helicopter out once again as well?
We've asked for more air support, yes.
Okay.
But it's pretty dense woods, so it's kind of hard. It's not like a big area where the helicopter can see if he's down underneath a tree or something.
What changes with daylight as far as how you're going about your search?
It just makes it a little easier to see as we're searching. The searchers all carry GPSs, and we grid map every step that they take so that we know where every searcher has searched, and we assign different areas of searching. So it's a pretty precise thing when you do a search and rescue.
Is he, since you know now that he has run away, is there a concern that he's trying to keep from being spotted or found?
We don't know. You know, it's a 10-year-old. We don't know what's going on in his head right now.
So what difficulties did they face searching overnight? We heard something about the terrain being kind of difficult, right?
Yeah, we have quite a bit of a contour drop in some of the ravines that we have out here, because it goes up here from this hill right down to the Hood Canal. So you've got quite a few feet of elevation that drops, and you've got ravines, and you've got down trees and thick brush and all of those type of concerns.
Does he know the area pretty well?
I am not sure on that. I don't know how long he's lived here. It sounds like they had some forts and some play areas, and we searched all of those. But I don't know how far he's extended away from home.
What's the radius you think he's within? A few miles?
You know, there's some data that gives us information that different ages and different terrain features, how far they can be, and our search and rescue guys are considering all of that.
Anything we haven't asked that you think is important to add?
Not at this point. We're just preparing for an extended search until we find him. You know, we're going to continue using as much resources as we can from neighboring counties to see if we can get this young man secured.
How can neighbors help?
Keep an eye out. One of the things my detective sergeant told the neighbors last night, and that's one thing that is a concern, is last night a lot of the locals were trying to get out into the search and rescue. Some of them were carrying handguns, that type of stuff, and it just makes for a real tense situation because we don't know who they are. Our search and rescues are doing a very specific grid search. So what our detective sergeant told the locals were, your best thing to do is drive slowly on the roadways to help us, as opposed to getting out into the woods and then you get hurt. Now we're searching and trying to rescue you as well, where each one of our search and rescue coordinators has a GPS tracking of all of our searchers. So it's a pretty precise thing.
Is it more difficult to pick up a scent as well if there's people roaming around the woods?
Absolutely. It takes away the ability of the dogs to pick up the person's scent.
And now the helicopter has one more target that it's got to have checked out.
Exactly. There's a lot of things. And we've gotten a couple calls over the night of people saying they thought they heard a kid yelling and that type of stuff. So we've followed up on all those leads, but they haven't found him because
Any idea on the number of people you have out searching today?
I can get the exact number. I don't know right now. I know it's one team was back in their car because they were searching all night. They were sleeping in their cars, and then they were going to get back up this morning and start searching. These people are fantastic. They get out here at a drop of a hat and do searches all night long in terrible conditions, and it's just wonderful to see people do that.
I heard one of the searchers may have been injured in the ravine area.
It's-
Yeah, that's
Update
right.
on that?
It's pretty common that that type of thing happens. I haven't heard specifics on that, but in the dark with all of the obstacles, you twist an ankle or sprain a knee or something like that, but I don't know the details.
And there's nothing to lead you to believe somebody picked this boy up and
Not at
took
this
him out of
time.
the area?
Not at this time. I have nothing to believe that.